All right, welcome to WOR's Ironman round 5. We're back, baby. It's me and Nathan. We're ready for a banging race. Nathan, how are you, my friend?
I'm very tired, Scott. I've had around 6 hours of sleep in 3 days. You're ill. I've underslept. This is it's going to be an interesting one, guys. So please stick with us. Please give us the benefit of the doubt today, because both of us are going to be all over the place. But I can't wait. Ironman's back again. I missed it last week. I can't wait to get back into it.
Yeah, I've missed it as well. Like, I really enjoy this on my Sunday night. Yes, so I'm ill, Nathan's tired, so we're going to do our best to keep the show going. But Ironman's that good that we don't really need to do much, to be honest, other than just shout at people being a little bit silly at sometimes and the odd guy being super fast. I think, have got a banger of a show tonight. Let's go through the standings right now based on the first 4 rounds up until now. All right, it's looking good for Ferrari. Nathan, take us away.
It is. They are dominant at the moment. And Leo Lund, what a season he's had so far. I mean, I expected a lot from him, to be fair, but I didn't quite expect to see him leading the standings by 8 points to Otis Lawrence. I mean, that is something, especially for someone who isn't even in like a main seat or anything yet. Great job by Leo. Otis is in second. Luca Rapassa as well. Great job by him. He's in third, ahead of Jarno Opme, the 2 Red Bulls, sitting nice on points. Brendan Lee is in P5 ahead of Duncan Hoffland. Ben Shabakonyi is in P7. Jack West. And then we have Danny Bereshne and Jake Benham rounding off our top 10 here, Scott. Yeah,
constructor-wise, we can see Ferrari up at 78 and Red Bull at 75. That's getting a little bit spicy. This game has been a lot harder to overtake, so this whole reverse grid thing has been a lot more difficult for the guys at the back. No more last to first recently, but we've got Alpine and Aston Martin 3rd and 4th, V-Carb in 5th, McLaren 6th, Stake in 7th. Nice to see them not at the bottom. Williams, Mercedes down in 9th. Yikes. And Haas as well. So let's see who's racing tonight, shall we?
I mean, we've got a good grid, haven't we?
Yeah, yes we do. We're going to be starting off with Balint Elikas in 1st place, Diego Zorzo 2nd, Larry Tulkin 3rd, Andre Molnar 4th, Gabor Chontis in 5th, Jack West for Aston Martin in 6th place, looking for big things from him, starting so high. Ben Shabakonyi 7th, Brendan Lee in 8th, no more 1st place starts for him now that he's been doing well. Luca Rapassa 9th, and Leo Lund, 2 times winner, starting in 10th.
Insane. And then we've got a really good esports lineup as well. From 11th to 20th, we have Ruben Progenio in 11th in the Williams, followed by Julian Klaffenbach in the Kick, then Declan Barrett, I believe, making his first appearance this season in the McLaren, with Yoni Tormula in the Haas in 14th, followed by Ishmael Fassi, Istvan Pukki, Nicholas Longate, Duncan Hoffland, and then the most OP back row I've ever seen, once again, it's Jarno Opme and Otis Lawrence.
Yeah, it's going to be banging. I'm sure some things are going to go wrong. We will see. So, tracks tonight. This is the tracks it can be. Bahrain, Texas, Hungary, Brazil, Mexico, Miami, China, Singapore, and Japan. It is a mystery track. If you're just coming in here for the first time and you don't know what we're doing, Ironman is a 100% race, reverse championship grid, no qualifying at all, mystery track. There's no way you can practice for this. There's going to be rain, there's going to be things, it's just going to be absolute carnage. And just to keep you up to scratch about what's happened up to the season, we've got this little video that will keep you informed. So we started out round 1 at Ironman into Belgium with Leo Lund and Brendan Lee leading at the start, but it was Otis Lawrence that came in with a dominating victory of 12.4 seconds. Incredible. On to round 2, we started with Gabor Chontis on top with Leo Lund going into turn 1. An amazing race at Abu Dhabi led to Leo Lund's first race victory in Ironman. What a statement. Better things to come definitely as well. Into round 3, we went to Jeddah. We had Ben Shabakonyi and Thomas Kokene fighting for the lead at the start, but for the end, it turned into a 3-way battle between Duncan Hoffland, Leo Lund and Danny Bereshne, an incredible end right up to the line. It saw Duncan Hoffland take his first race victory. On to round 4, we went to Austria. Tom Roberts was in the lead at the start, but Leo Lund came in for his second race win of the season. Alright, so you have a few hours left if you want to be involved for season 21, complete by July the 13th. Oh, that's one of my alarms again. At 11:59 p.m. tonight, do you know what you need to do? Get on it, pause the stream, look at those instructions, and get on it. Right, Nathan, what track would you like tonight?
I want... I had one in my head, and I forgot it. Japan. I know it's boring in this game with the racing because of dirty air, and of course it's not easy to follow through some of the sectors, but I just love the track. Such an old, iconic track in F1. But I mean, every track we got tonight, that we could have tonight, is brilliant. I mean, we've got Hungary, kind of like the home race of the Ironman League, isn't it? We've got Texas, brilliant circuit, Bahrain, Brazil. The only one I don't like on this list is Singapore. Mainly because you can't race. And here, Scott, all we want is racing. That's it.
You're right. The only thing Singapore gives us is potential safety cars. They've all been a bit too clean for me this year, okay? They're all just holding their hands, realizing it's so much harder to overtake. Like, I noticed it like in the normal gameplay when like us noobs are doing it, but see at the pros level, it is so hard for these people to overtake. When you see Jarno Opmeer struggling to get out of that top 10 sometimes, like, because he's starting last, right? Usually, pretty much. Him struggling and taking so long, it, like, really just goes to show this game is very different. And you're really going to need to sort of pull something out. But we did notice, like, the other week, right? Where everyone was struggling, yet Otis was able to just kind of keep getting up and keep getting up. It had to be so aggressive. I think that's what it's going to be kind of shown. But these sort of challengers, you know, maybe F2, tier 2 kind of sort of level guys are not that far off now, to be honest. It's all really like Leo Lund's proven that, right? He's won the race twice now. That's mad.
He's insane. Leo, Luca, so many drivers that are kind of like the stars of tomorrow, I suppose we could call them. F2, tier 2, whatever you want to say. They are so close to esports, it's insane at the moment. And I've just saw a message in the chat. Apparently I look like someone called Alexander Olehovich Kostiliev, who I don't know who that is. Do you know who it is?
No. Nah, you're going to need to do a quick Google search before you know if you've been offended or it's a compliment. Oh,
he's called Simple. He's a Ukrainian professional Counter-Strike.
Yeah, CS guy.
Player.
Yeah, I actually see it a little. Yeah, fair play.
Do you know who I'm on about?
Yeah. I just didn't know his actual full name, right?
I can't see it. Genuinely.
Nah, fair enough.
Me.
So yeah, no. So as I said, so like anyone coming in doesn't really know exactly. Like this is it. Like there's no qualifying at all. We just go for this. It's 100% race. It's one of the only times you're actually going to see a bunch of these pro drivers doing 100% race these days because we've kind of stuck into this 50% sort of format. It's custom weather. The Hungarian stream just love to throw as much weather change as they can. Like I'm talking dry wet, like 4 instances of a change of conditions and 100% race, and I kind of love it. Although some of the drivers have really been struggling. All right, they have really been struggling in terms of like the rain. So I don't know. It's like this is the learning curve, right? This is one of the first indications for how the pros are actually going to do in this year. Because like your WR tier 1, when are we starting that? Is that in like a few weeks or something? Probably kind of coming out. Like we're one of the first, right, to like actually kind of showcase this. We've got a full year of like your WRs, your PSGLs, but also then F1 esports like the Sim Sports to come at some point in the future. And this is the first time you get to see them and see that Otis Lawrence has been running away with that a little bit. But hey, Duncan Houghlin won a race as well. So, like, there's he is, like, a name that I want to see more because he's such a nice guy. And sometimes he's been swallowed up at the back. And then when he's having his day, he is, like, just as fast as anyone.
Yep, definitely. I think all the guys that, in that esports spot all have opportunities to be at the front. But like I said multiple times already, from what I've seen here in Ironman, in time trials, in other streams as well, I think at the moment Otis is probably one of, if not the quickest person on the game. He's absolutely flying. I mean, I remember I was speaking with him about some of the PSGL hot laps they did. Obviously you had to do your time trials and sign up.
Yep.
And some people were doing like certain lap times at a track. It took them like an hour, and they're in at like F2. And he hopped on, did 3 laps, and matched their time instantly. Like, it is just insane. The level he's at, and that goes the same as well for so many others in that tier 1 level. And I'm interested for this upcoming season of league racing because no one knows what to expect. I mean, we've got here the Ironman League 100%, but it's nothing like what we actually get to see when we have 20 of the fastest drivers all racing in conditions that they know and in like a format they know, with it being 50%. We haven't seen that yet, so it's going to be interesting.
No, you're right, to be honest. It is going to be interesting, especially with the track, because that comes into play as well, obviously. But it's a new game, right? And we have noticed that, yes, Otis Lawrence was probably one of the fastest near the end of the last game cycle, but I don't think it was like, oh my god, he could actually be the fastest by far. But since this game started, like, it's been insane. And you've had Yarno again, like, we're still waiting to see sort of, can Yarno find the full maximum kind of impact of his pace this game. I'm sure, like, we've seen this sometimes with Yarno, right? Sometimes he can be a bit of a slow burner, but he basically always gets there. So again, this is just good practice to see. I'm sure he's got it in him, obviously. It has just been a little bit, it's a learning curve, right? This game has technically easier, I feel like, for most people than the last game, but that also means everyone is so fast, and it's just finding those little margins. I don't know how Otis has done it recently, but sometimes people just learn a bit quicker, and some of the other pros just take a couple of more weeks. But when they're all there, this is shaping up to be one of the most competitive kind of game cycles in so many years.
I mean, I think league racing sometimes doesn't really show the full picture. I mean, an example would be Frederick Rasmussen. Obviously, you know, F120, I think it was F124 last game's champion. No, sorry, not last game. The game before was champion. He's finished like second place in F1 sim racing like 4 times. Like, he's always at the top. But in league racing, he's nowhere. You know, he's always just there in league racing. He's ever at the top. It just shows sometimes that league racing doesn't really show what the drivers are capable of. I mean, when it comes to practice, none of, you know, some drivers practice loads for league racing. Others might do a couple of laps.
Yeah, true. And it's hard to compare. We'll see when you get to the proper competition style in terms of massive prize pools and stuff. That compared to league racing, it's just not get the same risk demand, sort of risk reward thing that's going on, where like these decisions that you're making could cost thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds to not just you, but your team that you're competing with. So it's kind of hard. You're never going to see in league racing. It almost feels like practice for you know, the big massive event, so people can take a few more chances. But then you get some people that let's just avoid it all, right, and then they sort of just turn up for the main event, and it's so hard to judge where their pace is. But then everyone has different allegiances, right? Some are streamers, some are just actual kind of pros. It's nice. We'll hopefully see a few of the drivers in the show tonight, so we can kind of get a bit more personal touch to see how they're reacting during the race. Because sometimes it's, you just see a name, right? You just see a name, you don't see a face next to that, you don't get to see the emotion, you don't get to see how they're actually competing in that race. We are getting the lobby together, FYI, guys. The track's not changed yet. I want to tell you the track ASAP, because I'm hopeful it's going to be a banger. I don't think so,
because I think every time we load up the game, it's always that track, and then they change it. I thought it was that one when we did Jeddah a couple of weeks back, but it wasn't, unfortunately.
I can't believe I missed Jeddah. Like, Jeddah's always a banger of a race, and it looked good. Did you have fun?
Yeah, it was brilliant. Loved it. Insane race.
Yeah, like 3-way, like to the end, right? 3 cars of like within half a second of each other. Like, that's what I want.
Yeah, Otis was winning by like 6 seconds and had an internet disconnect.
No.
Like the last 5 laps. So dropped down to like P5 and had to fight his way up again. And you had people with penalties fighting. I mean, Danny Barrage was looking to fight for the win. Leo Lund had a penalty. Still went for that move into second place. So Danny couldn't fight for the win. Insane. Oh,
I bet you Danny was very happy about that.
Oh,
He's,
I mean, he come into the comments box and he had about a 10-minute chat with us. As we always
good old Danny Bresner. You can always get a good interview out of him.
Certainly. So, yeah. And he gave us his thoughts about the game as well.
Is he liking it?
He said it's good, but he wished that there was less dirty air. He said it's a bit too...
Oh, I'm with you on that.
And I'm like, I can agree. And also, we've been told, Scott, that my volume is really low.
Let's do it. Let's get you fixed.
I don't know if it is really low, but we've been told it anyway. Oh, someone else is saying it now.
Let's do it. Let's get you right up. Thank you for letting us know, guys.
Put it on max. No, don't do that, because that will break people's ears. We want them to stay, not leave. Oh, dear me. But we've got 19 in. That one driver who's yet to join, I think should get minus 50 points for taking the mic. It's what? 7 minutes past? Come on, guys. Join the lobby. It takes 2 seconds.
Exactly. All right, guys, give us a little update. Isn't we happy with Nathan's volume?
Is it better? 1, 2, 3, 4. Mic checks live.
Give us a little indicate. Yes, we're pretty much ready. Oh, I just want that track to change. I want to know. It's like the curiosity always gets me at the end. So right now in the Hungarian broadcast, what they're doing is they are deciding the mystery track. and that is what we wait for to find out. WR, we're like an affiliate stream with Ironman, but we kick butt over here. We love it. But yes, sometimes we kind of just need to wait for the Hungarian stream to kind of do what they're doing and get it all ready. Yes, I'm looking at Brendan Lee though tonight. He's been feeling good, but also, like, is Leo Lund just going to keep doing this? Why? Where's he came from, Nathan? You knew a bit more about Leo Lund than I did, right?
I mean, he kind of just appeared about 2 years ago. Back when I was commentating, I think it was PSGL F2 and WR Tier 2. He just started driving, started to get near the top like really quickly, and then he had a phase, and I mean I can say it because I used to bully him about it. No, not bully him, but like joke about it. There we go. I'll get myself in trouble here. About him being rather dirty on track. He was questionable. That is safe to say. He was racking up penalty points here, here, there, left, right, centre. And then he started to calm down a bit because he was like, well, Leo, this is not getting you anywhere, is it, mate? He calmed down a bit, started to put a bit more practice in, and then he just flew. Like, he just got so quickly, and now he's one of the best drivers, which aren't even in a dev, aren't in a main seat. The fact he's not in one is a robbery, and I'm going to say that. And the same goes to like some Luca Rapace as well. The fact those two aren't in a dev seat, because I don't class VA as a dev seat, I don't care. It's an academy. It's not dev. The fact they're not there is just mental.
Yeah, fair enough. Right, okay, I love it. So yeah, so a little bit dirty, but he has cleaned himself up. That's what we like to see. Look, it is that thing, right? We all love a bit of desperation, and we all love to see. Like I've always said, if F1 had 20 Max Verstappens, it would be incredible, right? It'd be insane.
In the championship.
Good old Jack West. But it's like we do need this, but at the end of the day, it usually doesn't go that well for the person involved. It's good for us to watch, right? We get a good bit of excitement out of it, but you're going to wrap up penalties, and it's kind of just going to undo your hard work, right? So maybe what Ron Hart, for instance, maybe kind of has found out a little bit as well. Like I'm hopeful that this game will just. If anything, though, this game is actually providing more opportunities that you need to be aggressive, right? Like, if you're just trying to be chill here, you're not going to get through people. You could literally just stay in 18th place the entire race, not being that far off the leader's pace. To be honest, it's tough.
It is. It's difficult, and I mean, for these drivers, they are. Like the ones that are at the top are right at the top of their game. Those who are like F2 tier 2 are like a tenth below, 2/10 below, and that gap, you think it's not that big of a gap. But when you actually look into the racing, into qualifying, and the gaps at the end of a race, you realise how much that a tenth a lap, means. I mean, if you're doing that over 25 laps, that's what 2.5 seconds, which is if you're in the same league as someone and you're finishing 2.5 seconds back, you're normally quite disappointed.
Yeah.
So it's just. These guys at the top are just aliens. I don't know how they can do it, genuinely. Especially on a game, which I think you can agree as well, Scott, because you play it a lot. Every year changes so drastically. I mean, 22, 3, 4, and 5, none of them can be compared. Maybe 24 and 5, but 25 got improved massively. So it's not the same.
It's quite tough, right? It changes all the time. Sometimes I've wondered as like maybe a almost Fortnite methods would be good for F1. Imagine you had like F1 the worlds, it was like an F1 thing, and you would just get different seasons and it would remain the same infrastructure. No, see, I would have thought this, because this way you would have like a solid base game, and then every year you would just pay money to get the new update on, do you know what I mean? Rather than it changing all the time so differently. It feels like sometimes you're not able to fix as many problems in a 12-month game cycle, but if you had like a platform, it would maybe be a bit easier. I mean, I don't know. Hey, it probably doesn't make as much money, right?
Stop. You've just admitted you're a content creator then by saying that, haven't you? This is like prime content creator game model.
Yeah.
And yes, you can make them enough money. That's what they care about. Money, money, money.
Yeah, it's all about the money. But I just, like, I'm just like, give us something with with not as many bugs. To be fair, this game has been better. I think it's like credit where credit's due. It's definitely been better. It still has some of its issues, but I do think most people are relatively happy. A few grumbles about dirty air, but and I can agree a little bit with it, but at the same time I'm really happy that they tried something different. If it's not amazing, like, fair enough, but like at least they've like went, okay, we need to try something that makes it, because that's what real F1 is a bit more like, right? It's like dirty air is weird, and I've finally understand it now.
I mean, See, I get a little bit annoyed with people's comments about dirty air, mainly just on this game, because obviously last game it didn't exist, literally.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. But now it's quite high, and people are like, we want dirty air. It's not good without dirty air. They add it in. Oh, there's too much. We can't follow each other. We
Yeah.
can't race. I'm like, well, pick one side. You need to choose one.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I think as much as this dirty air makes it boring for commentators, I'll admit it, it's nowhere near as interesting and as fun as 24 is. What was the commentary and the broadcast, but it's closer to real life because you don't see loads of overtakes happening IRL in F1 with these regs. These regs are just one of the worst regs I've ever seen. Like, they are poor, so you're gonna have a poor game as well. Like, that's how the cars work.
Love it. So everyone's rubbish. Yeah.
No one's going to disagree that these regs are bad. I mean, I think everyone could agree. Even F1 admits at this point. That's why they changed it so quickly. Get them gone quick.
Yeah. No, yeah, fair enough. To be fair. Oh,
Ooh,
okay. It's the track.
Oh.
Ah, right. Okay. Like, do the honors, Nathan. We've been confirmed. Let's do it.
We have, and we'll be heading off to the Hungaroring in Hungary, the home of Ironman, of course, ran by Timbo and his fellow Hungarian compatriots. We're off to the Hungaroring. An interesting track, but when it's going to be wet, which I expect it will be, this is going to be carnage. Insane racing. I can't wait.
Yeah, no, I'm actually looking forward to this. Last game, I would have argued Hungary was maybe a bit dull, but I've seen a couple of things recently on this game with Hungary, and I have been pleasantly surprised. Everyone has more confidence, but everything's so much, especially Sector 2, it's just insane, to be honest. So, like, this is going to be banging.
Have the Creator Series been there yet?
No, we've not been there yet. Yeah, no, I would have remembered someone like Adam Sanderson just destroying 5 people, to be honest.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, no, not there yet. So I'm really curious to see this. This is going to be harder. This is going to be quite hard, I think, for Yarno and Otis and stuff at the back. They're going to need to just sort of either do some sort of pit stop magic or really just push this. But this is a tough track to overtake as it is.
Yeah, it's difficult. It's a hard one to overtake, and that's what makes overtakes like insane here. I mean, around most tracks, an overtake's an overtake. You know, it is what it is. But here, it's like, oh my god, someone's overtaken someone, and it's like always at the most obscure corner, like turn 4 or like the chicane, which is just not built for overtaking. I guarantee someone is going to try and overtake at turn 4. We want it, don't we?
Oh, yeah, of course we do. Like, I'm so here for this. I'm going to say the safety car levels have been terrible this season. They should all be ashamed of themselves for not giving as many. This race, we're getting a safety car. I'm saying
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely. I think there'll be one before lap 5. I'm giving myself a bit of a window.
And Jack West either getting a podium or DNF in lap 1. Like, that's it for me. That's what's going to happen. All right, I've called it.
I mean, listen, I know we're hard on Jack West, but realistically, we love him.
I like him.
Honestly, every time we go into a race, it's always Jack West, lap 1, retired from the session. We look at the back, and it's just like 7 cars, just non-existent. We love it, though.
Yeah, you gotta just have a bit of fun, right? No, I like him. He's a nice guy. Yeah, I'm looking towards. We'll see what the lineup is. We've seen the grid earlier. We did have Billin Elikas up front. Can he replicate what Leo Lund had? Because there was that race a few weeks ago where Leo Lund just had that first place start, and that was it for the whole race. He was able to just fly away by like 11 seconds or something. Will Balint have the same opportunity? This is like, for some of the challengers, whatever you call them, this game is giving you an opportunity to win, right? Leo Lund's won 2 of these now. That is like, anyone can win this now. I absolutely love that. I nearly swore there.
We'll have to see what he could do. I mean, I don't think he will. I just don't think he's on the pace of some of them. That's just being neutral. But I think he's either way going to finish in the top 10. Still a quick driver. He's one of those that once he gets into a rhythm, he settles in. He gets some, decent pace, and also it's his home track. You're going to push more. Like, it's just natural, isn't it?
You're right. It's also a bit slidey. You see this, like, especially end of Sector 2. Those really fast corners. There's just not enough room for 2 cars, basically most of this track. But it's banging. It's going to be so good. Oh, I'm buzzing for this. It looks dry starting off with, so no doubt there will be some sort of weather coming on. Sorry.
If I see Inters with this weather, I'd be surprised. But here we go. Round 5 of the Ironman League, around the Hungaroring. It's going to be Elakash on pole, Zorzo in second place. As we head our way down to turn 1, and it's not Elakash, it's Jan Halliday, who's been subbed in last minute, a driver that we both know very well, Scott. But as we head down to turn 1, it's Laurie Torquay looking to go around the outside and take the lead, but he runs steep. And that allows also to go to P1. Halliday is on the outside line, heading down towards turn 2. And it's mostly hard tyres, but a couple of drivers taking the mediums.
Yeah, I'm still going side by side into this third, fourth, fifth corner. Oh, Jan Halliday just had to back out a little bit. Diego's also taking the lead. Oh, and we have Topa, one of our new reserve drivers, has been at the back. He's going to be needing a safety car. Let's go to the man of the hour, Jack West in 7th. No, we are having... Oh, and someone's already updated. Zorzo was in the lead for literally 3 corners, and now all the way down to 8th.
Oh, dear me. What a shame there for Zorzo. He's nearly been meeting with his teammate, Robert Progenio, who started 9 places lower. As we do see Julian Klaffenbach making some early moves up into P8 there for the kick sober. And then further back, we do see Duncan Hoffland having a bit of a scrap here with Ruben Progenio as we head our way down towards turn 12. And they was both off the circuit for a moment. They still carry it side by side into the braking zone. And Progenio on the outside. This will give him the inside at turn number 13. Can he get ahead on those medium tyres? He gets tapped there by Declan Barrett, who now is side by side with Duncan Hoffland into the final corner. I can't believe we're seeing side by side action here, Scott. It's insane.
Yeah, incredible. Going back up to the start of the race, we have Larry Tolkien very close. Can he make a move? Goes, has to go around the outside. Will he get a better exit off of that? Looks quite good on the mediums. You would expect him to get this done, but he's had to maybe back off right now. Yes, he does. Has to back off at this moment in time, and we'll see what he can do. Let's go back down to the bottom. Let's see what Otis Lawrence in 19th place. Not really made any moves yet. Just deciding just to bide his time. Most people on hards. What an interesting start.
Indeed. I mean, lots of things we didn't quite expect there, but it's going to be, well, I think one of them was the fact we have a different driver who started the race.
Yeah.
In the Mercedes. Halliday jumping in last minute in the Mercedes. Of course, if you don't know him, guys, he's one of the Aston Martin development drivers. Very, very strong driver and has been around for a long, long time. As we just follow on here, this is Ismail Fassi in the Ferrari on the back of Istvan Pukki. So they head their way through the middle sector. Of course, I would not be expecting to see any overtakes through here, but you never know with these drivers. Anything can happen as we head down to turn number 12, the harsh braking zone, and then, of course, into another left-hander. And here is going to be Fassi looking to make a move. Sorry, it's Leo Lund looking to make a move ahead of Nicholas Longay. What a move there by London. What happened to him at the start here, Scott? Because I didn't realise he's dropped 8 places now. Yeah,
we must have missed that. It was a little bit carnage at the start. He's definitely on the receiving end of a bad time. But this is, we'll find out what he's made. Oh, look at that. Trying to get the inside. He actually gets it done, sends it, gets it stopped, a little bit of contact, a little bit of wheel barging, not letting that one go. He seemed to have it done.
Oh my, I mean, Leo Lund's lived up to what he used to be like. I said he can be a bit questionable on track, and he's really putting his elbows out here as they head through turn 3 up towards turn number 4. Go on, Leo. Go for a move into turn 4. He won't be, but is Otis Lawrence thinking about it? No, a bit too far back as they head their way up. But what a battle there between Longay and Lund. For P17 as well, we're getting more intense battling at the back rather than at the front. And here is Otis Lawrence on the back of Leo Lund as well, looking to try and make some early moves in this race. As we have got a yellow flag, that's Topa further down. And I was worrying then, is he trying to cause a bit of a safety car? But no, he's continuing on. And I looked at the stream, Scott, and I was thinking, why can I see Otis on the stream but not on my camera? And I was thinking, where is he? I was waiting for his cam to pop up, but there we are. He's there, but I just can't see him.
Yeah, that was because I had to give you the game sounds, so we had to go with a game stream. But yes, we have a couple of the driver cameras tonight. We have been trying to upgrade the stream just a little bit and give you guys, the viewers, just a little bit more intense battling. So we do have Otis Lawrence and we do have Duncan Hoffland tonight, who is ready to put on a show for us. Duncan already up 6 spots. He's just showing that he is here to win. But Julian Klaffenbach and Brendan Lee both up a few spots as well. Good day for Kick.
Great. Yes, it is really good for Kick. Brendan and Julian, a very powerful team here in this series. I mean, I still feel it's a bit silly having Brendan Lee as one of like the challengers when he's a 2-time champion in F1 Esports. So yes, at least he can get back to his winning ways here when he starts in that top 10 every time. Fit at the moment. Started P9, I believe, so good start from him. Julian, who started in 13th, I believe, is up to P8. So many points being scored here by the Kicks if things stay the way they are. But we have got another 66 laps to go in this Hungarian Grand Prix. And then at the front, things are starting to break up quite quickly. Jan Halliday nearly a second ahead of Larry Torquay already as we head our way down to turn 13.
Yeah, he's pushed. He's still got a decent enough battery, so he is pushing a little, but nothing too much. We have just sort of kind of formed into a train, which Topa will be praying that someone gets an gets a safety car here. We have, oh, I guess it's just not going well. I don't think it's going well for him. He's just having one of those races, a few yellow flags, so let's not highlight it too much.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I'm not. I presume he's maybe Hungarian because I've never seen him in any of the leagues or anything. So I presume he's one of the Hungarians who's just joined in last minute. So we can't be too mean to him, can we? We've got to be nice. Topa, who's in the Haas cart. As here we can see Jarno Opmeer, a driver that we, well, I didn't expect to be up into 14th already because around this track it's so difficult to make spots. But Jarno has done a great job getting past the likes of Lund, Longe, Fassi, Pookie, and now he's on the back of Declan Barrett as they head their way up the hill and down towards turn number 9 and 10 at the chicane. Making their way through quite nicely, and this chicane is so horrible because you've got to get it perfect. If you hit that curb on the inside, it just lifts the car off up into the air.
Yeah, 100%. And this couple of sequence of corners as well, especially this right-hander. Like, I've seen people spin. It was so easy, as I think we have... Okay, so we're seeing some of the drivers that are trying to get out of that sort of slipstream dirty air. I've heard this can actually be quite good for your engine temperature. Do you know much about this?
I got told this was like 3 weeks ago, so it could have changed and it might not be accurate. But if it was that your engine is over 133 degrees Celsius, then you will start to lose like a % of power or something like that. I'm not exactly sure. I know that the temperature range is similar, but what you actually lose, I don't really know. But it does make a difference, as that's going to be Lawrence looking to make a move on Leo Lund, and that is a send and a half in the Alpine up into P18, but Lund is going to fight back. Down towards turn number 2. He's got the inside line. Can Lawrence get back ahead? He's got to go for it up and under. Hits the grey curb, and that's going to lose momentum. And Leo Lund still keeping that 18th spot. And what a battle here, Scott, between these two. It'd be nice if we could reverse it so they were first and second.
Yeah, 100%. They're getting their elbows out, which is what we love to see. But it just goes to show it's going to be very hard to get these overtakes done. Just because you dive bomb into turn 1 doesn't mean you're going to have it by that next left-hander.
Indeed, as they continue their way on. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant by these two. As here is Ruben Progenio, who I don't think has raced here yet this season, or at least if he has, it was when I wasn't here. So great to see him on the game for the first time for myself in P11 on the mediums in that Williams car on the back of Luca Rapassa, who's also dropped back in this Grand Prix. Hasn't made any moves yet, has Luca, so hopefully we'll see him work his way up the grid over the course of this first initial stint. And then, of course, at the front of the field, it's still the same top 3 as it has been all race long. It's Halliday ahead of Torquay, Molnar, Chontos, and then Brendan Lee reining off our top 5 here. And then in terms of just points in general, it's going to be West ahead of Sabakonyi, Klaffenbach, Zorzo, and Rapassa, who are all looking to take at least a point home after this race.
Yeah, definitely. All just sort of happy with our big train right now, which is what's going to happen for the next few laps. But let's kind of see the can you see the weather? It's looking not as maybe cloudy as you would think, so we've probably got a little bit of time before we get some rain. Look at Rapassa getting very close behind Diego Zorzo there. But dirty air is going to affect. Are we going to see any sorts of moves? Probably not. As I've been seeing everyone's battery, oh, a little bit of a slide from Zorzo there. I'm feeling a little bit of the pressure, no doubt. Yeah, everyone's kind of not going at their fastest pace, I've noticed. There's not really anyone that's kind of low on battery. I feel like this is just a nice sort of healthy driving pace right now. Probably a few seconds off what they should be doing.
Yeah, certainly. They're just trying to get to the end of this first stint. I mean, nobody knows if they're trying to go short, long, because the weather can change at an instant, and we don't know the weather. That's, I suppose, a good and a bad thing. First of all, we just get things as it comes and we don't expect it, but also it means we can't predict anything. We just got to guess and hope that we're right. So if someone goes long, we've got to hope that there's rain on the way, otherwise we look stupid when it isn't the case. But no, lap 8 to 70, nearly a 7th of the way through of this Grand Prix. And here we see Jarno Opmeer looking just to pull out of the slipstream. I thought was going to make a move, but then I thought he's a bit too far back. So no, just sitting behind Barrett for now and just getting to the end of this first stint.
Yeah, definitely. Looking at Barrett, just been a little bit slow there, nothing new. So we can see his recharging battery. Jarno's at 90%. I'm sure Declan's the same. Can't see because of his big head, but I'm pretty sure he probably is. But yeah, as you can see, everyone's just about like half a second off each other. Andrew Molnar a little bit close. He's probably just like, don't mess this up, Andre, don't mess this up. Let's just stay in third place and hope that they can break away from a little pack. But to be fair to everyone, first to 19th, all done quite well to remain in this.
I have, yeah. Considering that there's quite high dirty air, there's going to be a lot of, you know, that obviously affects the car's grip through corners. They're all sticking with each other rather nicely, and here we have Leo Lund once again in 18th, has made many moves, but none of them have stuck here. So he needs to get it right. He needs to make that move at the perfect corner to get ahead of Nicholas Longe. But at the same time, we shouldn't really be expecting that much from him, because the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drivers ahead of him are all F1 sim racing drivers. So Leo Lund has got a big task if he wants to start making some moves. And every driver there you can see pulling out that slipstream immediately, trying to cool their engines down, and Leo Lund's closing in, not close enough yet to make a move. And the same goes for Otis Lawrence. He's stuck in 19th, not because he's slow, but because everybody ahead of him is also as quick as him.
Yeah, exactly right. Ismail Fassin nearly lost DRS there. He's gonna have to pull that. Let's go on to him for a second. Look at that. He's had a little bit of a moment there. 9/10 already. He's going to need to push. Hopefully he can do so and get back into that. Otherwise, Nicholas, Leo, and Otis are going to be absolutely raging at him.
Oh, they certainly will be. But they're continuing on. Go on, Ishmael. Get back into that.
Let's go.
DRS. He needs it. He's back within 8/10. Is it enough, though? He needs to hope he can keep it through the middle sector. He's going to get pushed by Nicholas otherwise. Get pushing through. A bit of bump drafting in F1. That gap. Oh, it's 9.5. It's got to be close, isn't it, here?
There we go. I love it. A little bit of drama here. So 9/10, hopefully, we'll be able to keep it. Let's say everyone has been... They don't look like they're going full speed yet. He's not gaining that much, but he is in the 8th. 10th now, dropped a bit closer. Okay, hopefully it's fine. He can relax. How much battery did he use, though? And will Nicholas want to make a move, or Leo behind? He's only 2/10 behind. Is he going to be able to do anything? Let's see.
Go for a move. Let's see. Otis as well is closing in. Come on, somebody make an overtake, please. Into turn 1. Lawrence is there. No, I was thinking he would do it, because Otis is one of those that'll go for a move 3/10 back, but no. Sits back in 19th just for now, and here we switch to Ben Shabakonyi, a driver that we haven't spoken about that much in this race so far. Of course, it's his home Grand Prix as well, the same for about 5 other drivers on this grid, as we do see Brendan Lee as well. Go on, Brendan, go for the move on Gabble, or he went for it, had to back out. But Brendan, you can see he's smelling for an overtake. He wants to get a move, as Julian's gone wide at turn 5.
Yeah, definitely. We had some sort of movement happen. Julian just lost 2 places as far as I'm aware. 8th to 10th, I think, just went a bit too wide. And now Diego Zorzo and Luca Rapazza are up 1 spot each.
Indeed they are, as we continue our way on. Down towards turn 12 once again, and we have a yellow flag. That's Topa, who's 20 seconds back. Oh, do you know what? I would vote him for the driver of the day if he finishes the race. If he finishes it, he's my driver of the day, because I would have rage quitted about 9 laps ago, actually. I would have rage quitted on lap 1.
Honestly, I'm with you. But you never know what can happen, right? One safety car at the right moment of a changing condition race can make the difference. Let's see, Ismail Fassi getting quite close to the back of his Van Pookie. Is he going to make a move, or is he going to just remain a little bit more? Oh, he's kind of tried to send him there. He's been like, I'm going to make the move, then changed his mind to try and throw Istvan Pukki off. Kind of worked a little. Is he going to send it? I guess no. No.
No. I mean, Istvan defended air then, and he's done the same again at turn 2. Ismail has a bit of a chance here as they head their way back up towards turn 4, but he's too far back. If this was on the last game, he'd be right up his gearbox now, and he would have been making a move. But on this game, dirty air affects the car a lot through corners, so he can't get ahead. And Jack West is closing in on Brendan Lee as well, further ahead. Only a couple of tenths separating himself and Brendan Lee as they head their way through the middle sector once again, through what I like to call the Mickey Mouse section, a roller coaster, slalom, whatever you want to call it. It's such an odd sequence of corners, as Jack West always looking for the move, but he went a bit wide and into turn 11 and, of course, lost time, and now has to go all again.
I love that we're just like seeing all the drivers try and get out of the slipstream. So many are doing it that they're staying on the slipstream. It's kind of funny, right? Because they're all trying to get out of it.
Yeah, they all move and they end up following each other. Like zigzag down the straights. Oh, dear me.
Look at Rapazza getting a little bit close down to the back of Zorzo. Got full tank of battery, but is it enough?
I mean, What sort of wings has Zorzo got? I mean, Luca's burning and losing to Zorzo as he goes for a gigantic send into turn 1. And the Williams kind of had to move because if he didn't, he would have ended up straight in the side pod of Rapasa as we carry on down towards turn 2. A bit of contact, Rapasa gets ahead, but he goes deep into turn 2 and allows Zorzo to fight back.
Oh, and they just keep going. He's gone right off the track now. 3-second penalty for Zorzo. I'm going into turn 4. He had to back off. Fair play, but not yet. It's almost inside of each other. They're that close. Looks like they'll have to stay in formation. Look, go on, look at Rapasa. He went for that. I respect that.
Insane battle in there between Rapasa and Zorzo. It reminds me a bit of Alonso and Hamilton about 4 years ago at this very circuit, battling for that podium spot. These two going all at it here, Zorzo and Rapasa. And Julian Klaffenbach, you could see, was just sitting there waiting for something to happen. But unfortunately for him, nothing did, as we do see Hoffland looking to make a move, but backs out heading in towards turn 12. Pedreño goes deep. That allows Hoffland to go up the inside into turn 13, but has to back out again. Pedreño goes deep. Does that allow Hoffland to make a move? No, he was thinking about it. He tries to switch to the inside, but so does Pedreño.
Yeah, I think that's these medium tires just getting a little bit worse for wear compared to the hards. Duncan's got to try and go for this now. He's got the battery. Does he have the pace? Looks quite good. Gonna have to send it. Gets it done. Gets in front. Gets the overtake done. And if I'm correct in saying, I think that's the 7th position gained now. Absolutely kicking butt. Needs to get back into the DRS though.
He does, and he's got back within 8 tenths here, so he should be fine as long as he can keep that pace and maybe use a little bit more battery than he would have liked to, as he would do see Declan Barrett there looking to make a move ahead of Pedreño, but backs out into turn 4, would rather wait for another opportunity. As Ismail Fassi has lost the DRS to Istvan Pukki, so now Longay London Otis Lawrence have got to start making moves here to get ahead of Fassi because he's got back within a second, but it's changing and fluctuating so quickly here, you never know if he's going to get DRS or not as we head our way through this middle sector. It does seem like Fassi's the weakest link here.
Yeah, definitely. Otis Lawrence was seen like a different side of him. Like, I feel like Duncan Hoffland's doing what Otis done last time, right? He's been that aggressive one that's up now 7 spots. But Otis is up 1 spot, 13 laps in, just taking it as slow as he can. Hopefully that's the right play, but we might just be seeing him actually struggling. Ismail Fassi's getting very close to that edge.
Pedreño is pitting here, lap 14 of 70, and we do have the medium, one of the medium runners in. The other one is, I believe, I can't remember actually, but I know someone else is on the mediums, that's for sure. There's 2 drivers, there we are, Larry Torquay. He's doing good though, because he's on the back of Jan Halliday, and Ruben started to lose spots. Larry hasn't, so he can still continue on these mediums for the time being. Of course, behind him, he's got 2 of the Hungarians, Molnar and Chontos. And then Brendan Lee in P5, also just sitting there, just waiting for something to happen, waiting to make his first pit stop, as we do see Longay pulling it at the slipstream on the back of Ismail Fassi, and that gap's 1.2. Yeah. I think it might be over here for now for DRS.
Yeah, I've been watching it. It's been getting a little bit rough. Let's jump. Can we see Ismail Fassi's? Right, he's got a lot of battery left, so he can still kind of do something here. Okay, nice, into the 910s. Yeah, that was a bit close, a bit too close for comfort there. Yeah, amazing that we only had 12 laps out of those medium tires. That's not a lot. I would have at least expected 20.
Yeah, I mean, I know we all know that the tyre wears higher in this game, but I thought they'd go longer than 13, 14. Yeah. So that's the prize there. And Pedreño trying something different. Torquay is into the pits on his medium tyres, so they must be near that puncture range already, which makes you think it's at least a 2 stop here, maybe even a 3 stop, with the way they're pitting so early. I mean, they might not be anywhere near puncture range, but I think with the fact of how quickly they got in and how quickly they started to lose pace, they probably are. But yeah, both in the pits, none of them with penalties, but Diego Zorzo is carrying a penalty, a 3-second for track limits. I mean, if it was a normal league, that would have probably got removed because he did get pushed off, but here, who cares?
Yeah, exactly right. It's like getting the bin kind of mentality. I love it. Yeah, looking, Ismail Fassi still fighting with that DRS, but at first place, Jan Halliday is pretty much there. Oh, we're talking thousandths of a second there. Yeah, he needs to we need to watch that because Gabor Chontas is also, this top 3 starting to separate themselves quite a bit. Diego Zorzo as well, and Ismail Fassi has still not got that DRS.
No, and he's just within a second now, but is it enough to keep it over this 2nd and 3rd sector? He's got to keep it all the way until the exit at turn 13. The gap's 8 tenths. He might be safe this time around here as Gabor Chontos has also lost DRS to Andrei Molnar. So he now is under a bit of pressure on these hard tyres. And he's going to be, well, I think Brendan Lee will be making a move quite soon here to get ahead of Chontos and try and challenge Molnar and Halliday himself for a podium spot. Down towards turn 1 is Brendan Lee, close enough, is gaining, gets the move done quite quickly, and up into P3 goes the two-time champion.
Mate just flew by there. Yeah, had no battery as well. Gabor Chontos definitely struggling for pace. Brendan Lee's got a big job to do now though. Let's see, what's he have? He's got half a tank. He needs to find half a second. Hopefully it's going to be enough. Hopefully Andre and Jan do keep it at a reasonable pace. But yeah, definitely it's now or never. As we have... That's Otis Lawrence now coming out of the pits. Wait, is he done a stop? Oh, he was on hard, right?
Hard for Otis Lawrence.
Hard. But hard after 15 laps. Something must have happened there, right?
Well, I have got the weather. And do you know what?
Oh.
I'm going to know the chat. I'm not going to spoil it, but I'm going to send it to you, Scott.
Oh, nice.
Let everybody wait and see. But now I understand Otis's strategy.
Right, okay, I get what you're saying then. Alright, so Nicholas Longuet fighting with that DRS as well, cannot lose it out. Look at that, dropping back a little. If he doesn't do this next couple of corners, oh, as I say that, comes straight back into it. They must be evaluating the sort of pace and where everyone's a bit slower and just trying to stay as far away out of that. Like, that's the thing you need to find in this game. Get as far away from your car as possible, the guy in front, but don't obviously lose that DRS.
Yeah, certainly. It's so difficult to get it perfect, isn't it? Because you've got to have that literally gap, which is like not a tenth too much and not a tenth too little. You've got to be in that perfect peak zone, which I mean these top drivers can do easily. If it was me and you, Scott, we'd be hopeless. We'd end up being too close and blowing our engines up, or being too far back and losing DRS.
Mate, every time I get close to someone in this game, I'm just like, yes, let's go for the move. And then the dirty air just sends me way off the track. I get 3 seconds penalties or I go straight into the wall. Because it just catches you at the wrong moment sometimes. And you're just like, whoa, what is this? The tank that I'm driving just became the most easiest car to turn, right? And like, it's so quick that we've just not learned it yet. It's going to be like a learning curve to know what you really can do behind these cars and what not to do. But like most of the pros, they kind of make it look easy, annoyingly.
Yeah, they do, and I mean it makes us look even worse, doesn't it? I mean sometimes I'll try and say, well, actually I'm only a second and a half off on time trial, but put me in a race, I'm still finishing in about a minute back. So yes, these make us feel so bad about ourselves with our pace. I mean, they're just insane. Like the fact they can do these lap times, which nobody else can somehow imagine. I mean, some of them even get called cheaters. They're that good. People think they're cheating because they're that good. I mean, that just shows the level some of these drivers are. But here we go. Molnar looking to make a move to the outside of Halliday into turn number 1. He's going to get shoveled a bit wide, though, as they head down to turn 2. Who's going to be ahead? Will it be the Mercedes? Will it be the Alpine? Not often we say that in real life, but we do here in sim racing between these two at the moment. And still, Halliday's in first. What a race he's had so far.
Yeah, it's been quite strong. You've been able to sort of defend that, like after the sort of the turn 1, like you can still sort of defend that, which is quite interesting going into the next corner. Love to see it. It's definitely harder than what some people probably imagined. So let's chill with that for now. Everyone's sort of quite chilled. We get Declan Barrett. He's only 3/10 off as well. But yes, once we get into this sector, unless it's the last few laps of the race, we're probably not going to see much overtaking going on here. But I got a funny feeling later on it's going to get quite spicy.
Indeed, I think it will. I mean, once we start to get the change of weather, I'll be nice. There's a bit of rain coming, but I'm not going to say when. But there is rain in this race, so that's where things start to change. Because you know we've seen even in like 50% races, or I presume you've seen in the Creator Series, when rain arrives, things change instantly. You have drivers that were brilliant on pace. You start to think, well, have they got a puncture because they're that slow? Drivers that were slow at the start, all of a sudden elevate to the front, and then you've got the pit stops, which you've got to get right. If you pick 1 lap later or 1 lap earlier, you can lose like 10 seconds. So you've got to get everything right. So when the rain comes, this order here, I can guarantee will be nowhere near the same.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely this turn, like this long start finish straight with the DRS just isn't long enough for these drivers, is it? It's like, even if they're only 4/10 behind, like if that person in front of you has got the battery, it's actually very hard to catch up.
Yeah, it is really difficult. So they've got to play the cards right. That is for sure. But here we see Jano Opmeer, who's done a great job so far in this race. Started 20th or 19th. He's now up to P12. On the brink of some points ahead of him are Declan Barrett and Duncan Hoffland in the McLaren and Aston Martin. So let's see what Jarno can do. Of course, ahead of him is one of his fellow, well, I wouldn't say teammates, but I suppose they were. Both of them were contracted to Red Bull Sim Racing, but of course Declan was part of VCarb and Jarno was part of Red Bull and still is. So these two have, I mean, normally are working together. This time around, they're not.
Yeah, definitely. He does suit the Red Bull, doesn't he? He does suit it.
Yeah. He does. I mean, when he first switched, I mean, because he drove in the Alpine for a brief time between Mercedes and Red Bull, I couldn't get my head around seeing Jarno not in a Mercedes. I mean, every time I saw him, I could say, oh, here's Jarno Opmeer. And I'm like, no, get it right. He's in an Alpine, and then it became a Red Bull. It's so difficult to get things right and get used to it, but Jack West, well... He's back!
There's no way. That was just two people that were raging at each other. Duncan Hoffland as well. Let's get him up on the screen. Absolutely going for it. No, not you. We need Duncan up, not Otis. Absolutely sending at him and Julian. Going into turn 4. Come on, don't back out. Nah, he's had to back out. That was hilarious. That was two people that were just like, nah, mate, I ain't moving.
Yep. Basically, F you. Pretty much. Oh, you could see Jack just sent him. Gabble was just turning right into him like, well, I'm not moving, so, you know, go on, go. Oh, dear me. Brilliant.
That was so funny.
I mean, in a league race, I'd be fuming. I always get fuming when people take each of the race and be silly in league racing, but here, it's brilliant. You could actually have a laugh about people being a bit silly on track, but Gabble's cost himself points. Yeah. Jack West has somehow not actually got off too lightly. He's P7, was P6. Luca Rapassa has now elevated to P6. Diego Zorzo's back up into the top 5. It's just all kicking off here, isn't it? We're only 20 laps in. It's going to get worse with 50 to go.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, one of the McLarens, that's him into the pits. We get East Van Pook into the pits as well. That's these hard tire guys saying that 20 laps, that's enough for some people. So I'm guessing we'll see a lot of other people come in soon. I feel like this is the way, like, to take these hard tires as long as you can.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, oh, we've been told Gabble has damage. Not ideal for Chontos. I mean, I feel bad for Gabble, actually, because I see it seems every time I've seen him race here, he either gets damage, spins, or gets a 10-second penalty in the pits.
Yeah, I'm feeling that.
He's so quick. I mean, out of this grid, out of like the non-esports, he's probably top 3, top 4. Like, his pace is immense. But he just gets unlucky. Or does silly things. Yeah. One of the two.
Well, that's kind of like, obviously you need to go into each case individual, but there's a lot to be said for what's happening down there. Right, okay, we've got Gabor and his fan, they've come out together so they can just swap, but there's like a lot to say for like awareness. Not saying he's not aware, but like that can separate the sort of top 10 into the top 3. Is this sort of vision to be like, I shouldn't be there, or I shouldn't be at this moment, or this is the corner I should do, right? It's like, because everyone knows the game so well, but that bit, being able to like foresee things.
Yeah. It's difficult, isn't it? And I feel like we've foreshadowed it now. We're going to end up seeing him win or something. Carve his way through and we'll look stupid at the end. But here we go. A battle for the lead. Molnar again on the back of Halliday, but not going for the move. I mean, these are esports drivers. They have their tactics. If you was in Andre Molnar's seat right now, what would you be doing, Scott? Would you be sitting behind, or would you just be going for it to every opportunity?
I would rather have Jan behind me than Brendan, so I'd be like trying to move, to be honest, to get into the lead. But again, like, you've not got a DRS, but like, has that been... Oh, Brendan's close here. Is it going to do something?
No, it's back. I mean, that's scary, isn't it? Having Brendan Lee behind you. I
yeah.
mean, that's probably, along with him and Jarno and Otis, I think they are easily the scariest drivers to have behind you. Because Brendan might not be as like, like, you know, as his form as he was like 3-4 years ago. But it's just the presence of Brendan Lee.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes, like, that's what half the battle is, you know? Like, especially when it's, like, your Yarnos and stuff. Like, if he's behind you, like, you're going to drive a little bit differently, right? Than maybe, like, the average person. Don't know what it is. It's some sort of psychological effect that the better and the bigger you become in the sport, the more it helps you.
Indeed. I mean, you also just want to be able to say, I've beaten Brendan Lee or I've beaten Jarno Opmeer. And some drivers take that for their ego and put it on the Discord bios and keep it forever. Others just get on with it and think it is what it is no matter what. As we do see Jack West, Max Verstappen himself, heading into the pit lane here on lap 23.70. So, The question is, with the fact Rain's coming later on in the race, is he going to go mediums or is he going to go hard, a bit like what we saw with Otis Lawrence? He's going to go mediums. So that tells me the Rain's about, what, 15 laps away maximum? Bin as he's gone for mediums now, because if it was going to rain, you wouldn't go into mediums and pit again, would you?
Yeah, I mean, the first medium guy's got, what, like 10 laps out of that? I'm sure Jack West has a rough understanding of that, you would think. So yeah, he must be, we must be thinking for Rain maybe lap 33 to 38 or something.
Yeah, got to be, hasn't it?
All right, so Ruben Patel. Oh wait, good board shot. This is DNF'd. Like, that's into the pits. That's just he's had enough, and game over for himself. Wonder what happened there.
He's got, I think he's rage quit, hasn't he?
I think so. He got damaged, right, with his little tiff with Jack West. We still don't really know who started that. We kind of came in halfway through, and it looked like maybe Jack had maybe sent it, and Gabor was a little bit upset by that. But you just don't know until you see the start of it. But yes, that's either a tech issue or a rage quit.
One of the two, but I presume it was a rage quit. I mean, if I got sent like that by Jack West, I would not be happy. But here we go again with the leaders into turn one. And this time, Andre's got a great run around the outside. He's going to have DRS, a bit of contact between the two. As we head back down to the next braking zone, and you can see Jan immediately to the inside. Pulls back to the outside there to keep Andre Molnar behind. Can he find a way through? No, he can't. And this is perfect car positioning by the Mercedes.
Yeah, definitely. We've also got Leo Lund getting very close to the back of Otis Lawrence, who's up now to 14th. But has not really been catching Pedreño, which I've been a little bit surprised about. Oh, we have Jack West and Istvan Pukit. Jack West has come out just in front of him. Will need to get those tyres up to temperature, but he is on the mediums compared to Istvan's hards.
Indeed. So Jack West should, I think, defend Istvan well and also start to catch up on Leo Lund and Otis Lawrence and etc. As here we do see Larry Tolkien, P12 here at the moment in the Haas car. Of course, started P2 on the grid, and now he's looking to chase down on Nicholas Longay, and that would be a great move if Larry can get that sorted. And then, of course, ahead of him, you got Jarno Opmeer, two very competitive drivers that Larry has to start making moves ahead as they head in towards turn number 13. Once again, to begin lap 25 of 70. So just over a third of the way through, if my maths is correct. It probably isn't, but we'll go with it. Back then to turn one. Let's see what Shabakonya can do.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone's just remaining in form for now. Let's jump on board with Duncan Hawthorne. Let's see how intense his eyes are. He's always a very intense racer when you look at him go, isn't it? There you go. Just taking a wee look off to the side. Seems to be sort of happy with himself. Definitely, I would say, is the driver of the day so far. Obviously, if Topa finishes, then he obviously gets it. But if we're looking elsewhere, like Duncan Hawthorne up 10 spots, not too shabby.
So, I mean, for me, I think it's between Duncan, Jarno, and then I'll probably say it's difficult. I want to give one of our one of our challenger or tier 2 level drivers a bit of a mention. So I'll probably say Luca Rapace, because remember he did drop down to like P11 earlier on, has now got back up to P6, and he's on the back of Diego Zorza. So I'll probably say so far, yeah, Luca's doing a great job.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. He had a little bit of he had a win off wide, or maybe there was a little bit of damage or whatnot, but he went down to like 10th, 11th, got himself back up. I think the whole Jack West thing did help that a little bit, but hey, you need a bit of luck to go your way, right? You do. Exactly,
you need it in racing. I mean, the amount of times I've got podiums and wins in league races back in my day from just being lucky is insane. I mean, I remember one of them, I was about 10 seconds behind the leader, and they just crashed on the final lap in Jeddah, and I won. I was nowhere near the pace to win. But then again, I say that I also ruined a race winning Kota. I was leading by 35 seconds, so I decided to play it cool and go to the pits and in Kota and finish the race in the pits. I ended up hitting the tyre barrier and DNFing.
There's no way you done that. That's so funny.
I'll find the TikTok and send it to you later. It was like, oh man, horrible.
Oh, Larry Tolgate under a 10th of a second behind Nicholas Longay. I think feeling a bit of the pressure there, but nothing that he could do, so has to kind of just stay behind for now.
Indeed, he has to, as we head our way through the chicane. And Tolkien still looking to close in on Longay, but of course behind him is Ruben Pedreño, who's caught up quickly, who's got some decent pace in that Williams, so he'll be looking to make moves soon. Look at that! Oh my! How did he not hit the back of Larry there? He was literally inside the rear of that Haas car. as we head down to turn 12. How did he not hit him there?
Yeah, but now what that's meant is that we have Otis Lawrence, who's literally right behind him. He's going to have to try and go for the move. Oh, lost a little bit of grip there. Will have to come back. That might be his DRS chance over with.
It's going to be close. Down to turn 1 we go. Battery's going to be utilised by himself, Pedreño, Tolkien, and let's see. Is anybody going to make a move? They're all looking to make moves in towards turn number 1. We close in. Into the braking zone. Oh, dear me. That's Nicholas Longate around. Has he made contact with Larry Tolkien? I think he has. And Longate is down to P15 and has lost any chance of any points at the moment.
Yeah, so unfortunate. And we have Ruben Pedreño. Had to give up the spot there as well, fighting for 12. Will he be able to do anything in the next corner? No, he has to relax, but can't relax for too long because he does have Otis Lawrence getting right, and he's had to go for it. Love it, right into the inside lane. Will he get the move done? Looks like he will.
Indeed, what a move by Otis Lawrence. He's got to still go side by side into the chicane. Off goes Pedreño, and now Lawrence is looking to try and get back through. He's lost that spot to Ruben. But what a battle we've had so far. And Otis, you can see now he wants to start making moves. He's keen to get ahead.
Yeah, definitely. What a fight. I cannot believe Ruben Pedreño was still in front. Had to gain an advantage, though, by going off the track. I think he wasn't in the lead, though, so I think, like, in normal rules, he would probably have to give that spot back, but does pick up the penalty, obviously.
Indeed.
2.5 tenths behind. Can he do anything on the DRS?
I'm not sure what's happened your end, Scott, but people are talking about the stream dying